What would happen if you fasted for 36 hours straight? You might have heard about some of the benefits of fasting, such as autophagy, growth hormone, even better focus, but your body doesn't hit all the benefits of a fast at once, as soon as you stop eating. In this video, we'll take a look at how your body reacts to a fast, with a complete timeline of the benefits you may experience in those 36 hours. I'll be honest, for roughly the first 12 hours, pretty much nothing happens. Your body is still burning through glycogen, the stored form of carbs sitting in your liver and muscles, the same fuel source it uses on a completely normal day between meals. This is why the early stretch of a fast doesn't feel hard. You're just using the energy you normally do. But somewhere between hour 12 and 18, glycogen starts getting depleted, and this is where things actually get interesting. Insulin, which spikes every time you eat and tells your body to store energy, drops to its lowest levels of the day. With insulin out of the way, your body starts unlocking fat stores for fuel instead of glycogen. This dip is also where insulin sensitivity starts improving. Your cells become more responsive to insulin precisely because they've had a break from it. This improved sensitivity is one of the greatest benefits of extended fasting because better insulin sensitivity can improve everything from energy levels to long-term metabolic health. Between hours 18 and 24, your body finally enters ketosis. With glycogen mostly depleted, your liver starts converting fat into ketones, an alternative fuel source your brain and muscles can run on just as effectively as glucose. This transition is also where growth hormone starts climbing sharply. Research on 24-hour water fasting has found growth hormone levels can rise roughly 5-fold compared to baseline, and this matters directly for anyone worried about losing muscle during a fast, because growth hormone plays a major role in preserving lean tissue while your body burns through fat for fuel instead. This stretch is also usually the least comfortable part of the whole 36 hours. Hunger tends to peak somewhere in here before it settles down later, which tends to catch people off guard, since the expectation is usually that it keeps getting worse the longer you go without eating. It doesn't. 24 hours is roughly the point where autophagy really starts ramping up. Autophagy is essentially your cells clearing out damaged components and recycling them into something useful, a process that happens at low levels all the time, but accelerates significantly once your body senses an extended lack of incoming nutrients. This is genuinely the major reason people push past 24 hours specifically instead of stopping at a standard intermittent fast, since this window is where the process picks up meaningfully compared to shorter fasts. At this point, mental clarity actually improves rather than declining. Part of this comes from ketones themselves, which many researchers consider a cleaner, more efficient fuel source for the brain compared to glucose. Part of it comes from a rise in norepinephrine during fasting, which increases alertness and focus. The combination is why people often report their sharpest thinking happening well into a fast rather than at the start of it, which is kind of counterintuitive. Between hours 30 and 36, every mechanism from earlier in the fast is running at once. Ketones are fully fueling your brain and muscles, growth hormone is elevated, insulin sensitivity has improved, and autophagy is actively working through your cells. This is really the payoff window, the point where pushing to 36 hours instead of stopping at 24 actually earns its keep. Mood tends to stay surprisingly stable through this final stretch too. For a lot of the same reasons, clarity holds up. Stable ketone fuel and elevated norepinephrine both play a role in keeping energy and mood steadier than most people expect this late into a fast. Putting it all together, by the time you hit 36 hours, your insulin sensitivity has improved, giving your cells a real reset from the constant spikes of a normal eating day. Your body has fully shifted into ketosis, running on fat and ketones instead of glucose. Growth hormone is elevated, roughly 5 times higher than baseline, helping protect the muscle you've built while your body burns fat for fuel. Autophagy has been actively clearing out damaged cellular components for a solid 12 hours at that point, and your mind is likely sharper and steadier than it was at hour 1, thanks to ketones fueling your brain and norepinephrine keeping you alert. Okay, so once the fast is done, how should you get back to eating? Going straight for a huge, heavy meal after this long without food can leave you uncomfortable and undoes some of the benefit you just built up. It's better to start small. A little bit of protein and some easily digestible food, think eggs, broth, or a small portion of fruit, to give your digestive system a gentle reintroduction instead of overwhelming it. right away. Wait 20 or 30 minutes, then move into a normal, balanced meal once that first small bite has settled. Keep drinking water throughout this window too, since staying hydrated makes the whole transition smoother. Give yourself the rest of the day before going back to your usual eating pattern, so that your body handles the return a lot better than if you tried to make up for lost meals all at once. So these were the benefits of a 36 hours fast. If you're new to extended fasting or have any underlying health conditions, it's worth talking to a doctor before trying something this long. If you liked this video, please subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next one.